change, change, and more change. Maybe you think you can get something better. Or maybe you're afraid change can cause you to lose something you think is important. What do? How about nothing? Maybe you can realize that change is totally impossible. Everything must change. Right? Wrong. Join us and see if change, either for the good or for the bad, is possible. This is Who Am I? Who am I?
Who am I?
Who? Our purpose is to awaken.
Who am I?
To awaken to absolute truth.
Am I?
Who am I?
Who?
Our purpose is to awaken to absolute truth.
Absolute.
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 Absolute truth.
Our purpose is to awaken. Are they one and the same? Absolute truth. That's our purpose.
Who am I?
Oh, you'll change. We just said that Sam Cooke had a record called "A Change Is Gonna Come." Y'all don't want me to sing it. I know you don't. Okay, but anyway, you'll change. How will change everything? Everybody just run out of here. Okay, but we want to look at this thing called change. All right, is change possible? Now it just seems like I mean, for the last few shows, we've been looking at attachments, reactions. Reactions are a change. Okay, there's something, there's an action or something, and then there's a reaction. That's a change. Okay, but we were looking at something called a body. I identify as a body. Everybody identifies as a body. That there is something called, I have a mother, Ruth Carter, and I said, this body that I said called I came out of my mother. All right. And I was 7 pounds. Okay. Joan, you were there, but you don't remember. Okay. Yes. Okay. But anyway, and obviously nobody looks like what they did when they were first born. Okay. So we are looking at when you identify with a body, change is just real. It's undeniable, unquestionable.
So if identifying with the body, it would be the source of human identity, and change is one of the descriptors.
Yes.
If you go to God's identity, the source of God's identity, it's changeless.
How you know that?
Because we've said so in the past shows.
Well,
Because
it's
God's
not.
identity, some of the descriptors of God's identity is infinite,
Uh-huh.
all. So all those words all imply changeless. And change also implies time.
Uh-huh.
So there's no time in God's identity or above the line or in spirit.
Well, in the Bible, it starts off with in the beginning, God created. All right, so that was something that wasn't.
That's the typical way of beginning a story. And the Bible is a story, a book of many stories that has been handed down through generation to generation. And unfortunately, most people believe that story. Or I'll say many people believe that story.
Yeah.
They take it literally versus it's a story.
Yeah, and a story has to have a plot, a drama and action and reactions, and there's changes going on in a story. All right. In the story in Genesis 1 and 2, there was a void, and then God took 6 days, to supposed to fill up that void. All right. And he changed it from a void to something called, paradise. All right. And then that changed when he didn't get what he wanted, called obedience from Adam and Eve. So that changed the story to, what we call the human story now.
That really sounds crazy as you're speaking. That's like, whoa, that's really crazy to set your whole life around a belief in that.
Yes. But see, the reason why you have to, this is what you were taught, I was taught, all of us were taught, okay, as truth. And this is why you got to question, is it true? Because if you say, I want to know what's true, then you want to know what's changeless. Truth can't change, all right? 2 + 2 is 4, yesterday, today, tomorrow, forever, for eternity, all right? That it will never change. So why aren't we interested in the changeless rather than in that which changes? Okay? But we are accepting, like you said, it just seems like, I was taught, God created the world in 6 days, and that was a void first, and then he created, and then he got mad because he didn't get what he wanted, and the story. Okay? All stories are stories. Remember when you were a child and you said, ooh, she told a story, in other words, they lied. Yes, lies can change. Truth can't change. All right? So are you interested in that which is changeless or in that which is changeful? Okay? And so you have to ask yourself, what keeps me from trying to find out that which is changeless, because that which is changeless is true? Why is it that I'm not interested in that?
Well, first of all, I would say that the reason why we don't and can't accept change is because we're thinking. We're using thought to interpret and comprehend reality. And so we can't comprehend or understand something that is changeless or infinite. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So why would that be something that we could do? It's impossible. Even to say that we can know what changeless or the infinite or eternity and truth is, it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just concepts. So we have to ask ourselves, who or what am I? Or what is the I? Because that's the only way you can answer that question. And that question is knowable if we really truly investigate it.
Mm-hmm. Because there's only I. All right? Now when I say only I, first thing you think of, I'm talking about a person. Okay? Because every person calls themselves I. Okay? And you say I 1,000 times every day. I'm going to the store. I don't have enough money. Or whatever, okay? Or I like Donald Trump. Or I don't like Donald Trump. Or whatever, okay? But it's I is always the subject. And that subject is about what is aware. That is aware, okay? So therefore, you can't get outside of it. And so you go right, Leonard, you're saying, we think I refers to a thought. Okay? I think, therefore I am, said Descartes. Okay? Well, Descartes, you just lied. You cursed God, Descartes, because you gave the power to a thought. Like Leonard said, Descartes, you are now caught in human thinking. You're caught in psychology, and you're caught in denying that which is true, Descartes. You are a blasphemer, Descartes. Well, so is Alan Carter. So is Gloria, Leonard, Carol, John, Lydia, Sharon, anybody who thinks as a human. Jesus, all right, who, if he thought that he was Jesus, who was coming to give his life to save you from your sins, Jesus, you're a liar. You're caught in a lie because you were seeing something different from you. You were saying that there was something called me and a sinner called Leonard, all right? Or a sinner called Carol.
As you're saying that you're a liar, Jesus is a liar, I'm a liar, Gloria's a liar, it's like it's almost like an affront.
Yes.
To hear that.
Yes.
And I know that that's not true. That it's in this world, it's not true. In truth, it is.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things that keeps us stuck in thought.
Yes.
Because that's familiar. I know, it's like I can almost predict change because I think I've experienced change.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps me in the familiar. And there's a part of that human identity, maybe it's the lack or fear. I don't want to go into the unknown.
Right. Right.
That seems really scary to step into the unknown.
Yes.
Because that line there we think is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carol.
Well, we can't really go anywhere because we're already there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But into eternity, there crept a tiny mad idea. And that tiny mad idea is where all the thoughts below that line come from.
Mm-hmm.
That one thought, that one idea. And that was that we're separate.
Yes.
And that we are not who we are in reality.
Yes.
We believe that we're everything below that. But if we can keep in mind that I am that eternal being I am now, I've never changed. Nothing has ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
This world has never happened.
Mm-hmm.
They're all projected images coming from me.
Yeah. Okay.
As you were talking, somewhere in the Bible, not being a biblical scholar, I have no idea where, but I have heard it practically all of my life that you should hold on to God's unchanging hand or something of that sort. So that to me then seems to be, since we hang out below the line, there is some nod to the above the line within the stories that are told within the Bible.
Yeah. Well, every holy book, I don't care whether it's the Bible or the Quran or the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, whatever, okay? It has to have some degree of and elements of truth, okay? There are elements of truth in the Bible. Probably the most poignant element of truth in the Bible is, I am that I am. The only sentence in the Bible that's fully capitalized, all right? That's absolute truth, okay? But, and I'm not trying to attack anybody's religion, okay? I don't care if you are atheist or Christian or Muslim or whatever, okay? If you got it and you want to keep it, keep it. I'm not here to attack your religion, okay? I'm here to ask questions in the service of trying to see what is true, okay? So if you hear this like I'm trying to attack your religion, you out there, that's not where I'm coming from. Yeah, you can call me all kinds of names or whatever, okay? But can you ask, how do I know something is absolutely true? And Joan, yeah, the scripture, I don't know where it is either, that says, hold on to God's unchanging hand. Now, obviously, that's a poetic way of expressing it, okay? But they were trying to say, truth is unchanging. It has to be, okay? So what we are trying to do is see, as Carol was saying, can I see that there is this unchanging, if you want to call it hand, foot, arm, or whatever that poetically works for you, but to know that there is that which is unchanging, and that this tiny mad idea, like what the Course of Miracles talks about, all right, it couldn't happen. Just infinite changeless one could not have produced change, okay? Otherwise, it wouldn't be infinitely changeless. Then it will have something opposite of itself, okay? But that's what, we as humans, like you said, Joan, below the line here. Yeah, because I think, and once I think, here comes one thought. Oh, I'm thinking about Jesus. Oh, that's a good thought. I'm thinking about Jesus in heaven. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And Jesus, and Jesus, and Donald Trump. Okay, it's like, I don't know where my next thought is going to come from, because my thoughts are always changing.
Okay, one of the scriptures that I think I hold on to is it's in the Bible. I live, yet not I, but it's the Christ liveth through me, as me.
What does that
It is
mean to
me.
you?
It means that whatever I seem to be doing is not being done by Harold. It's being lived through me.
Yeah. See, your only sin, Carol, Alan Carter's only sin is that you are identified as Carol, okay, and not as Christ, okay? And Christ is not a man, all right? Christ is not a man who walked around 2,000 years ago, in Galilee or wherever he's supposed to be. Christ is a awareness of perfect love, if you want to put it that way, okay? And that's not reserved for any one person, okay? Not reserved for Jesus, that no one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus? No, except through what? Infinite truth, infinite love, all right? And you don't really come to, you just wake up to your right identity, which is, you can call it Christ, you can call it Buddha, you can call it, whatever you want to. Joan calls me Billy, Archibald calls me Beaver. I mean, those are just names given to something. Christ is just a name given to that which is really unnameable.
When you were just speaking a minute ago, it's like I saw in each one of our questions there, it ends with identity.
Mm-hmm.
So this conversation is about correct identification.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at, like, if I listen through right identification, then I can hear, I don't know how to say it. It's like, then religion, thought, it's like all of that is included. And it's not an attack or it's not a defend. It's like if I'm looking at it from correct identification, I don't have to defend my thoughts. I don't have to defend my beliefs. But if I'm looking at it from my beliefs or from my religion or from my thoughts, then it puts me on the defense.
Yes.
I can't really listen from an open place.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm looking from correct identification, like who am I? Who is this I? It just provides an opening.
Yes. Yeah. See, I always think I can lose something. Okay. I can think I can lose my wallet, of course. We all have had the experience like, oh, what did I lose? My keys. Oh, what did I do with my keys? My wallet. We all have had that experience. But then you also have an experience called, do I lose my life? And it's interesting how you define life. I think life had a beginning. When Ruth Carter in Donaldson Hospital in Fayetteville, Tennessee, supposedly gave birth to this life. Okay, all she didn't. Ruth Carter didn't give birth to any life. Life is not birthed. Okay, nor does it die. Okay, I can never die. All right, and if I'm identified, however, as a body, yes, I think I was born, live a few years, and then I'll die. Okay, and that is time-based and involves change. All right, but if, as Gloria was saying, if I'm identifying with my true identity, and that true identity you can call spirit, you can call it what Jesus said, called it Father. He said, I and the Father are one and the same. All right? So what doesn't make any difference you call it Father, Spirit, God, infinite intelligence, isness, whatever. Okay? It is that I think. Descartes, you got it wrong. Descartes,
just didn't take it far enough.
Well, but he was caught in this below the line. Yes, that's why, because he was thinking as a human. All right? All humans, that's what we have in here. All humans think. That is Satan.
I don't know if I would use that word,
What word?
Satan.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's Satan. I think it's being human.
Yeah.
And there's
same thing.
nothing wrong with being human.
No.
So it gives it such a negative
Yeah.
connotation and quality.
Yeah.
And and it's sort of, how can I say it? It's a finite kind of explanation, whereas I think there needs to be room for change.
All right, let me tell you why I use the word Satan. Yeah, I know, because we all grew up. I grew up in Lakeside Methodist Church. Have you ever heard of that church, Joe?
Sorta.
Yeah, right. But anyway, and we all, most of us, even old Minute was old atheists, but most of us grew up in the church. You heard the preacher talk about Satan and the devil and evil and all that kind of stuff. And we go, oh, we have a whole lot of fear. Actually, that's all Satan is fear.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, what I mean by Satan, John, is that it is that which is opposite of the infinite. Now, notice I say opposite of the infinite. Now, can you, as Carol was saying, can there be an opposite of the infinite? No, it's impossible. That's why we have to have a finite God. God is up there. That means he's finite because he's someplace that is limited. Heaven has gates around it. And St. Peter, I guess, is, standing at the gate, with a big book. Can't get an Apple computer anymore, St. Peter. Anyway, just all made up story. So yeah, I can understand it because that word Satan, just like the word God, has so much attached to it. We all have been conditioned so much with, the word Satan, and all that kind of stuff. So yes, people could probably hear it a little better if I didn't use that word. That which tries to say that truth is not all.
That's what I was saying that you and Gloria were bringing up about identity. I would just say that since we've already are trying to comprehend conceptually what the infinite is, we always think of the infinite as being unlimited. And if we comprehend that, then we're saying that whatever is true or changeless and eternal must come from an unlimited realm. The mind can only come from a limited realm. So it always is bouncing off of limitations. It'll never reach the unlimited because itself is limited. So the finite will never understand the infinite, and the infinite will never understand the finite because they're totally two different, exclusive in a sense, realities. And even though one can only exist, but we do feel that we have an existence called the body and the mind. And so, like Gloria said, it's an affront for anyone to knock that. But what you're saying is you have this show is because you really want people to awaken or wake up to what is true and to really take a different approach to life that is so honest that you will never have to defend it. You'll defend anything because it's, it's just too honest to just knock it, and that's really how come, it's very easy to feel knocked when someone is saying, you're not totally being honest with me. Because in reality, we know we're not. We're not being totally honest with ourselves.
Right. That's why we all liars. Okay. You remember back in the Kavanaugh hearings a few weeks ago, and somebody was saying, I was watching the pundits on TV. Why doesn't if he didn't assault that woman, okay? Why didn't he just say, okay, I'm gonna be totally honest. FBI go in there and do all the research you want, or something. Yeah, it's like if you're totally honest, then there's no fear. Truth, what could truth or God be afraid of? That Alan Carter is going to find out that God is whatever. God's going, Alan Carter's going to find, come on, truth plus 2 is 4. What would that be afraid of?
But if you're coming from my truth versus your truth, then there's another. So there is fear.
Yeah, because they're both lies.
Right.
All right. If it's my truth, well, of course, my truth is not yours is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, because this is the only thing that is. But the human mind, as Leonard was saying earlier, and all of you were saying earlier, that the human mind can't get this because it's in total opposition to truth. Anything Alan Carter says is a lie. It's a lie, okay? And please, I've been getting some emails and stuff, where they, call me all kind of blasphemy and stuff. Okay, but what are you defending? What is it that you invested in that you think, okay, that needs defense? Okay? Truth needs no defense. All right? So if you're defending, you're making fear real. I said making fear real. I think the acronym is false evidence appearing real is what some people, when they define, it's appearing to be real. And it's our experience as a human. Every human experiences fear, okay? You're afraid that you would die. You're afraid that you will lose money. You're afraid you'll get fired. Are you afraid that your wife will leave you? Are you afraid that she won't leave you? Or whatever, okay? Or whatever, okay? It's just a constant fear. You're afraid that that Trump will win again. Yeah. Keep asking the question, can I change? And what is the change list? Thank you.
Living Truth 365 is proud to support Dr. Alan Carter and the Who Am I television show. Please visit our website at livingtruth365.org to find out more about our services, classes, and community support. We invite you to visit with us and share our journey in truth.